if your bandwidth allows you?
Sir, actually, I'm not in a presentable way. Actually, yeah, we usually don't. I mean, in the OTBA, we usually keep quiet actually. So I usually don't dress up or make myself presentable for this. So
That's okay. No worries, I understand. So you are. So are you a founder? Have you started anything as of now, or
no, sir, I'm still doing the groundwork for it. Kind of.
okay? And in what capacity you are associated with OTBI?
Um, Actually, I was looking for some mentorship guidance with OTBI earlier. I just had this idea of this road safety audit, so I didn't know how to move forward on this. So
Okay.
I was looking for some guidance from mentors.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yes.
so
What
one of the previous speakers of OTBI, Manoj Badagarwala. So I'm right now collaborating with him. I mean, we are still
Right.
discussing. So
So what does your so it's a service or a product?
it's more of a product, sir. It's like automating. There's a process called road safety audit for the national highways. So right now we're manually doing it. So the thought is to build a product which will automate that, um,
Okay.
collect the road geometry information, and usually the Indian Road Congress is has issued a guidance. It has a checklist. So if you can instead of manually, if you can automate the process of collecting the parameters from the road and checking with with this checklist and giving output, a report for that. So
Okay. So
that's the
maybe
thought.
some robotic vehicle is going to pass through the road and
Yes,
it will collect
yes,
all the dimensions and
yes, sir, yes, sir.
that is how the
Road
idea is.
geometry, what are road signs, road furniture, pedestrians, cyclists, is the car, is a driver able to see everything? So because these are the parameters on which the road is actually designed.
Correct.
So has the road been designed according to that? And if there are any accidents happening, so are these design parameters responsible for the accidents? So how we can rectify them?
Fantastic.
So,
So wonderful idea. So why are you not starting it?
sir, actually, I'm more of a technical guy, sir. I mean, I was myself a road safety auditor. So I'm trying to build this product. I mean, um, so I need some help for that. I mean, I need some persons who has an idea with the technology, um, to bring this idea, to do the same thing in a different way. Um, in the existing condition, there is a product similarly, which is having a lot of sensors loaded on a vehicle, and they go on that. So I am thinking to do it in a different approach. I mean, like we have a lot of satellite imagery, lot of other kind of data available right now, open source. Can we do that? That is my question. And at the same time, automate the process. I mean, can we at the same level of accuracy as a manual thing? That is a challenge I have.
Okay, so you want to use satellite data from satellite and
Yeah, any possibility like that? I mean, so
but will that have so much efficiency for
yes,
the
sir. I mean,
mileage?
actually, those are the questions I have. So, like, for example, there are some road signs. So even sometimes one of the checklist item is the road sign visible properly. I mean,
Okay,
is the as I mean, are the drivers able to see the road sign properly? Is the design of the guardrails proper? So these kind of things, um, because the thought is ki the existing way of doing it is probably a bit older, like probably 10-15 years old process. Can we approach the same problem in a different way? That's what I'm trying to talk with designers, and been doing some groundwork on myself. And
but have you figured out what all tools are to be needed for this?
no, sir, I'm still in the process.
Okay, because tools are very important, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once you know the tools, then you can
Yes, sir.
identify what is the costing going on.
Yes,
Are
sir.
all tools ready, or you need to develop some tools to
I
do
mean, sir,
that?
there are some technologies available, sir. I mean, for example, there are a lot in the market. There are some people who are trying to do some AI, artificial intelligence based video analytics. They are doing it in a beta testing mode. So can we do that? I mean, can we use that technology? So without getting into too much details for the sake of IP, I'm just trying to give you a vague idea of what this thing is. So,
Correct. Good, but so I think you're still in ideation stage,
yes, sir.
right? Good, good. So have you moved any further for last 4 years?
Um, no, sir.
Why you're generally busy with your work? I think.
I mean, nothing. I mean, there are other things going on in the background, so this was kind of like a side hustle actually. So
Okay, okay. Thanks, Mr. Hari. I'll come to you again.
sure, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Advait?
Uh, so shall we start? We have only two
Yeah,
participants.
I figured that out. So that's why I just wanted to know the profile of the attendees rather than me just going to see how helpful this can be because there are only two participants. So I've already started when I started with Mr. Hari at 3 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, Advait, can you please give me a snapshot about your startup and a little bit about you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Rohan sir, can you mute this one?
Yes.
So, good evening, Deepaq sir and Rohan sir. My name is Advait. I work for a company called Starbucks. I'm a senior partner there and in the founding team. One of my members, colleagues, who's also be joining. His name is Deepaq. Our company Starbucks is currently working on creating an ARP for incubators. So we're currently working with 4 incubators running a pilot at the same time. This is BNest in Mumbai, GenServe in Bangalore, MIT ADT which is in Pune, and Jain University which is in Bangalore as well. We also onboarded NIT Bhopal and probably will run our program there. They'll run the program on our platform probably in a week or so. So as a company, we're based out of Bangalore and Mumbai right now, so we're working on a hybrid model. And it was when I found out this opportunity, both me and Devraj jumped onto it because it'll be really great if we could talk to the incubation ecosystem directly. As in, I guess both Rohan sir and you are currently working in the incubation system, have been working for a long time now. We are novices. I graduated last year, but we've been working on the product for a year now, and we've just launched it in June. So if I could maybe towards the end of the call or maybe later on I could show you and give you a good product demo as well proper.
Yeah,
We
so
have
what I
created-
suggest, Mr. Rohan, rather than me going into GTM and go-to-market strategy, correct. So Mr. Hari is yet into ideation phase, so it may not be very relevant for him if I go through the presentation. Okay. And Advait, so let's make it a very, very personal one-to-one.
So, so I have a small.
Yeah.
So, this is an YouTube live session simultaneously going on.
Correct. No worries.
We have.
This will be very relevant.
Yes. So we have. We are not restricting to the participants that are joining here.
Yeah, but YouTube also there are how many? 3 or 4 participants as of now watching.
Yes.
Correct. So YouTube also there are not many.
Yes.
So let's make it relevant for people who have taken efforts to join here, right?
Okay.
Okay. If there are more than 100, 200 on YouTube, then I will definitely go through the strategy, GTM, go-to-market strategy, which will be helpful.
Okay.
Let's respect people who are here.
Sure.
You're okay, right? I mean, that's the way we generally used to go. So yeah, Advait, Mr. Hari, I'm here with you. So whatever queries you have, I'll directly help you. I'll directly answer your queries. I'm a consultant by profession, and I believe in giving solutions and sales and marketing.
Can I say something, sir?
Okay. Yes, yes, sure, Mr. Hari.
Earlier you were saying that you wanted to confine it to 2 people or this. Can I suggest that, I mean, why don't you go ahead with whatever strategy you have in your mind? I mean, you can have some personal questions at the end because at some point in time, maybe because it's a YouTube channel, people may refer this back and they may lose all these things if you are confining it to 2 people. It's just a thought. It's up to you, sir.
What I'll do is, see, generally the way I run sessions is, it has to be relevant to people, participants. Okay. Now, if I am going to run into go-to-market strategy, which is there, it's a 5 to 6 slide short presentation, and since most of you are at startup stage, I will just brief on what things to focus on. Okay, but best thing is I am going to deep down into your startup and give you solutions right away. So that is what is going to be more beneficial to you.
I'm sir, I totally appreciate that. That will actually help us a lot.
So it will actually you will actually get what you have come here for. Rather
Thank you,
than
sir. Yeah.
why, because in a startup ecosystem, what happens is if there are 25 people, so everybody will be at different stage. Now you will be at ideation stage, somebody will be at prototype, still into making of prototypes. Some will be on POC stage. Somebody is already started to monetize. So for every person there will be a different solution, right? So, however, I'm going to run through the slides just to give you a brief idea. But let me understand more about what you do and how I can help you immediately. Because we have very limited time now. We have another 48 minutes left. Okay, Hari.
Sure.
Sure, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Fine with me, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, Arvind, yes, you.
Yeah.
Sir,
So, sir, go ahead.
Sir, shall I transfer it to our CEO, sir, so that he can speak to you? And,
Yes.
other welcome. Yes.
See, Rohan, next time, whenever, see what happens is, Mr. Rohan. Hello, sir.
Hello sir, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So how about you?
Good, fantastic, sir.
Yeah.
Rohan,
So
sir.
let's start the session.
Yeah, I've already started.
Is that fine? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to give the welcome address.
Okay.
So the present topic today that we have selected on go-to-market strategy, and so I welcome all the participants and also Mr. Deepaq Vartak, who is the expert and who is the author of the popular book on how to sell every day in 3 easy steps. So that's what he's popular with, and so today we have set up this tech talk, and so it's as you people know, every alternate Wednesday we used to do this with an expert speaker, and now today we have Mr. Deepaq Vartak. So go-to-market strategies, as you people know, before starting any kind of product, the product launch. So it is very important that it has to reach to the right customers with the right messaging and also the right time. So moreover, like how the product has to be, the placed, how to sell the product, and what are the who are the ideal customers for any kind of startup company, or any kind of a company who have just come into the market. Moreover, it is also important for a growth-oriented company who require a go-to-market strategy for any kind of new product as well. So, considering this fact, I hope that this talk will be very much beneficial through the valuable time and delivered by Mr. Deepaq ji. So, I welcome him once again to our OTBI. So, please proceed, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Rohan, my suggestion is next time, whenever any of my sessions, this time you couldn't interact much.
Yes.
So you can tell participants that they will get exactly what they're looking for.
Okay.
So it will not be waste of their time.
Mm-hmm.
Any of my sessions.
Okay.
They will, all their queries and questions will be answered live. So there will not be a single person who will come to my session and not get a solution on sales and marketing. That's my guarantee.
Okay, sir.
Correct? It's a guarantee from my side. It will not happen that person has come to me with sales and marketing expecting something and he has not got a solution. It's my guarantee that his questions and queries will be solved. He will get the answer live on sales strategies, everything.
Sure.
Correct?
Yes.
So that once you give that kind of assurance to people, I'm sure you will have a better footfall next time.
Okay, sir.
But I'm going to run through the presentation. Let me understand the profile first, and then I will pick up what is important for them. Yeah, Advait.
Yes. Okay,
What are you
sir.
looking out for? So what's your
Correct,
what's the
sir.
concept you have?
Yeah, so I was saying, sir, we have created an ERP solution, a platform of sorts for incubators to run their programs completely online. That is our product level. So we are also thinking of some improving it on a data level, adding analytics in the future. So currently we we have deployed a version 1 to 4 incubators. We're also onboarding, and we have multiple incubators in pipeline across the country. Also, so we are also like developing concurrently our version 1.5 and version 2 with analytics and all of those features. As I said, right, I'll give you a small overlook of the platform once in the right setting. And what we were actually looking for is sort of like a customer traction, go-to-market strategy in a way where how could we pitch in and how could we go to incubators and connect with them more personally. As I said, right, you've been in the incubation system for so long. Me and Devraj, my partner Devraj has joined in. Me and Devraj
Hello,
have
sir.
been novices here. Devraj and me both have consultancy experiences, not more than 3 or 4 years, but we want to get into the market quickly. But also add, sort of like a comprehensive solution. In terms of the comprehensive solution, we've onboarded a bunch of services, partner services in technology, legal, auditing, etc. But sir, I still believe there's some kind of a gap in running to the market and going to it quickly. I'll just also request Devraj, if I've missed anything, can you add on to it? And if you have any thoughts, you can add pitch in as well.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Hello, Deepak sir. This is what we have, like Advait tried putting it across very properly, the way I use, right? I was guessing the same, right? So the thing is, sir, as Advait said, there is definitely some gap because the incubation ecosystem in India is at very nascent stage, right? That is the reason why we have been facing the obstacles that we would be pulling up in the next half if we get more time on that. Right? Ours is basically a SaaS platform, sir. We are trying to build a network wherein the incubators can run the program. Yeah.
Anything else you're looking out of this program for next 1 hour? I understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's one. And second point, why we do keep attending such webinars of incubators and accelerators is that we ourselves want to learn more about it. Because when we started out with working with few of the incubators and offline, and now we have a technology which can facilitate or help us run programs at scale.
Fantastic. So I'll have a short interaction with Manu and then I'll start my presentation, and then you can link. You will know exactly where you need to focus on during your journey. Correct?
Sure.
And then you can ask me questions there and there. I'll answer it during the next. Okay. Mr. Venu, hi. Sankesh Venu, I believe you have joined. Mr. Venu, are you there? Hi, Mr. Venu. As a founder, would you like to speak something? I would like to know a little more on you.
Venuji,
Mr. Venu, hi. Are you there?
sir, I think he's unresponsive. You can start the slides.
No problem. Yeah. So is he with us on a part of OTBI?
Oh, no, sir. No.
One of the okay, no worries.
He is one of the participants from a different
Correct.
office.
Yeah. So can I have a? Okay, I have been given rights to present. No? Okay, so I believe this is visible to all.
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Thank you. So, Hari, I believe you are at this stage at the moment. Mr. Hari?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Correct. So now this slide is relevant to you. Why? Because now you are in pre-sales or maybe at product development stage, wherein you are still exploring multiple options, the way you should proceed, right? So I want to ask you one by one. If I ask you, your problem is identified, correct?
Yes, sir.
The problem is already identified, so you are at ideation stage. You know what is the problem. Is your solution? It is in your mind. It is yet to be on. It is yet to come to as a POC level, right?
It has to be designed. Yes, sir. Yeah.
It has to be designed, correct. So, but then the solution is in your mind. You know what you want to do exactly.
Right.
Fantastic. So that one hurdle is clear from your side. So I'm sure you are already doing research for this. You have identified gaps. When I say gaps now, is there any competition in this at the moment? Anyone is doing this anywhere in the world?
Sir, in India there are some manually road safety auditors.
Automation. No, manually to they do.
Automation. Sir, for example, there are some Australia Road Research Board. They have a similar vehicle loaded all vehicle data collecting agencies, but it's not necessarily for road safety audit, but they use it for their own asset management systems.
Okay.
And there is something called IRAP, International Road Assessment Program.
Okay.
They have a similar kind of rating the road, and it's more like, it's again more for asset management,
Okay, but not for
not concentrate on safety audit.
safety audit.
Yeah, so we are trying to take a part of that asset management, and we're trying to do it for a road safety audit specialized.
Fantastic. So are you in touch with these two organizations in Australia and the other organizations?
Sir, actually, I've been following their work, sir, online and offline.
So take a pen and paper. I suggest you shoot a mail to them,
Okay,
both these organizations, that this is my idea, this is what my idea is, and this is what I want to do. Even in Australia, there are lot of lives are lost on roads, right? And this
yes, yes,
very concerned about saving lives. So
yes, sir, yeah.
Yeah. So tell them I would like to know more about your technology. How, in what way can they share their technology or any material they can share with you, which will help you to do a research on this.
Sir, usually they already usually display in their website all this relevant information, sir. So
Yeah,
we have a
okay.
basic idea of what they are doing from their website, from the
Correct.
videos which are available online.
Maybe after 6 months time, after a few communication, if they are willing to call you to Australia at their expense and do a survey for them, will it not be a great thing for you?
Yes, sir, definitely. Yes, definitely.
That will not happen through website. No, so you write down what I'm saying. I'm trying
Okay,
to
sir.
help you.
Okay, sure.
See, problem I'll tell you. The problem with founders is
Yes, sir.
you know what is the problem with tech founders especially is mind conditioning. You don't like to interact with people. Don't take me otherwise.
Hey, please continue, sir. No, please be frank. Yeah.
No, I'm straightforward. It does, because ultimately it has to benefit you. You like it or not, you don't like.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the problem is, as tech founders, you don't want to go out and talk to people. You don't want to interact with people. But if you are planning, whoever founders as a startup, if you're planning to be founders and have your enterprise, please understand, you have to start talking to people. You have to interact with people. Don't think that there are people in this world who are going to take your idea away from you, and somebody else will copy and he'll make it. As ideas you have not shared, you're still struggling. Go and talk to people. They will give you some ideas. If you talk to 10 people, 10 people will give you different ideas. Implement one or two that you like. Your job is done. Your process will start much faster, Mr. Hari.
Okay, sir.
So good, you have identified this too. I'm sure there must be many more in US, in Europe. These people are also very concerned about safety aspect and all this
Right.
stuff. Correct?
Yes.
Also write a mail to, I think India has accuracies, I believe, up to what? 1 meter accuracy they are saying. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're right, sir. Yeah.
So Navi is, if it is having 1 meter accuracy, which is fantastic. Correct?
Right.
So write a mail to them, at whoever is handling Navi as a part of Government of India. That
Right.
this is my idea. I'm attached to OTBI, and this is what I would like to know. This is the stage that I have done, and I'm stuck up at this. What can you share me some? Is it possible that we can have a pilot with one or two cities or one or two roads, maybe a stretch of 500 to 1000 kilometers? Can we do a pilot and see how accurate it is? Can we implement something? Write a mail, design a few samples of mails.
Okay.
Talk to Navi. I hope you're making notes.
Yes, sir. I'm making notes, sir. Yeah.
So talk to Navi, talk to European standards. I'm sure some agencies must be doing that in Europe as well, in US. Shoot a mail, write small one paragraph about you, that this is what you are. This is your subject. You understand road safety because you are an auditor.
Right.
You know everything very well, and you are willing to learn, and you want to use this technology, automate stuff so that lives can be saved.
Yes, sir.
Make it appealing, and just write down. Trust me, Mr. Hari, lot of doors are going to open for you.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the thing you should do as a beginner. questions you have? So this is for. So I'm assuming that if somebody or people who are watching it on YouTube, that you have passed this stage and now you are coming at your product is ready or almost about to get ready. You have done your surveys, you have identified your prototype is ready, you are aware, you have figured out your competition, who is your competition in the market, correct? So Advait, you need to understand, since your ERP is ready or since you are into SaaS model, 80% of 90% of it must be ready, right? 10% must be customization. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
about
Right, so maybe 60 to 80% must be ready and then it will be customized as per needs of a TBI, right?
correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm sure you must have identified your competition, who is your competition at the moment.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so founders who have your product ready, then first thing you need to understand is you need to have a target segment. Even though no, this is very crucial. Why, as a founder, you feel that my product can be sold to anyone and everyone? Absolutely right, fair enough. But then you need to identify a target segment. When I say target segment is that it should be a lower hanging fruit. You just go and start making money.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, for example, I'll give you an example of, say, a toothpaste brand.
Mm-hmm.
So, which were the major toothpaste a decade ago? Colgate.
Colgate,
Colgate.
Pepsodent, there were.
Initially, it was Colgate and maybe Close Up. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Initially, it was Colgate and Close Up, and thereafter, see, now understand Pepsodent. How did Pepsodent launch? Since you took the name of Pepsodent, right? So, 60 to 70% of market for toothpaste was Colgate. Pepsodent had to make a mark in it, right? So, do you remember ads of Pepsodent?
Yeah, they were pretty targeted against Colgate directly.
But what was the ad? What was the message in the ad?
They were linking with some time, sir. I might be wrong, but they were linking with the time, the timeline, the duration, for which the action of the toothpaste will be there.
No, that is with Close Up. Close Up is what for freshness.
Okay.
See, how they started is they always show in all their advertisements. There will be a small school-going child. He's eating ice cream or chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
and then his target segment is what? Dishum dishum. Yeah, his toothpaste is fighting with germs in his mouth, in his teeth. Correct.
Yes, yes, sir.
So he identified a target segment. Colgate is already, if you look at Colgate ads for last 10 years, it will always have entire family involved. So when Pepsodent wanted to make an impact in this market, to capture a market, they targeted with all school-going children. So that is how they identified a niche. So they are giving a positioning. So when you identify target segment, then you know, okay, my positioning is school-going children. Correct? So that is how you identify targets. So each one of you, whoever is watching this, you know your products well. You should identify target segment which is easier, who can relate your product, and you can directly solve the problems initially. Right? Don't try and sell it to anyone and everyone. So that is how Pepsodent got into the market. Look at Baba Ramdev. Today he has become a major competition for toothpaste. Look at his positioning. He changed the entire paradigm in last 8 years or so. I think he launched some Ayurvedic toothpaste, Danta Kanti. Before that, entire Ayurvedic market was with Dabur.
Yes.
Okay, Dabur used to hardly sell anything. Hardly sell in that market. Entire toothpaste market was with Colgate. Maybe 60 to 70% was with Colgate, and then Close Up and all these small 5%, 3%, 8%, 10% shares. Into non-Ayurvedic. Okay. So when Ramdev launched, how he launched? What was the positioning? Positioning was that all this toothpaste has got what? Fluorides.
So it's chemicals basically. Yeah.
Absolutely, which are cancerous.
Mm-hmm.
in some toothpaste the fluorides can be above the permitted level ppm. If you look at the ppm, part per million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not checking, and they can it can be harmful and it can be cancerous. So he played on safety game,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes, yes.
That is how he positioned his toothpaste, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agreed.
So that is how he positioned, and he was able to capture the market share. By the way, so he expanded the market of Ayurvedic toothpaste, and benefit of that even has taken Dabur. Dabur for last 6 years has been increasing their segment,
Mm-hmm.
their presence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just for academic importance I'm telling you. Okay. So
Okay.
you each one of you will have to identify a target, what target you want to work in. Okay. And then
Mm-hmm.
position and communication comes next. Once you have identified a target, like I just spoke about toothpaste. So once they
Mm-hmm.
are taking the target of a young child, then they are talking about dishum. So punchline. So communication has to be in such a way that there is a recall. It has to
Mm-hmm.
have that recall. You look at any ads that you see. Any ads that you see will have a certain communication. It will have certain words that will stick to your mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that is how you relay the product. So top of the mind, if any communication or any product is on top of your mind, chances of making a sale or a person going and buying the product are much higher.
Mm-hmm.
You will have to look at positioning and communication once your target is clear. Now, this is very important. Once your product is ready, which I believe Advait or people who are present in this session, and once you know your target segment,
Mm-hmm.
my battery is running low. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
So you are on mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me try and share. It must be this PPT must be on my phone as well. Just give me a minute.
Sure, sure.
Anyway, I'm not able to locate, but I still know my PPT. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So once your product is ready and your target segment is clear, what is the next step? Is sales process and strategy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is where your strategy and sales process comes in. So once you know your target segment is clear, and once you know that this is the product, this is my target segment, how am I going to design my sales strategy or sales process? That is how, and this transition, and most of the founders, being tech founders, are not aware, right? And what is the best way to figure out if I ask you?
So our features or the modules that we have on our software would be the best way to segregate the market basically.
Okay, let me make certain things clear to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a founder, as entrepreneurs, especially for startup founders, I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
the best way to go is you will have to go out personally and make a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, most founders are, I'm not saying all, but most founders, being tech founders, think that I will appoint one or two salespeople and then they are going to make a sale for me. It doesn't happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the salespeople come expensive, they are not cheap. That's one of the most expensive. So to get good salespeople is not easy, right? They come expensive, and on top of it, you don't know whether they're going to make a sale or not because you've not tested them. You don't have experience of recruiting right kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so best thing to have is you will have to become a salesperson for your product and your company and go out and sell. I always advise to founders, especially startup founders, first initial 10 sales, not one or two, 10 sales should be made by you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the benefit if you do that? Why I
So
suggest this?
there are like, firstly, I totally agree with you. There are 2 points. First point would be like, since we have built the product, we understand the product better than hiring some sales guy for the initial sales. That would be the one reason. Second reason is like, the more we talk to the target segment that we think, or the funneling that we are creating, the more we get to understand the bugs, or you can say the requirement, market requirement specifically. That would help us fine tune the products that we think are the perfect for market at this point one. And moreover, the basic agenda of startup itself is to keep innovating and keep doing. But that would help us fine tune the base features that we have built.
Correct, absolutely right. And most importantly, what happens is the kind of passion that a founder will have,
Mm-hmm.
the salesperson may not have. He is there on a salary, correct? Whereas as a founder, once you go to market, you know so many things you learn about your product, so many things you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You're the best person, you're the best ambassador in front of a customer because you will speak with passion. You know that what your product or your service can do to others.
Mm-hmm.
Right? At the same time, the market is going to teach you a lot of new things, lot of aspects will come to your mind. And there is never, again, my advice to tech startups is don't wait for a final product. There is nothing called ideal product or best product in the market. A product is always ever evolving.
Yes.
You look at any product today. If you look at its earlier version, it would have been different. Mr. Hari, very important for you. Don't wait for ideal product that I'm going to design an ideal product.
Yes, sir.
Let it come. Make a first version, second version, third version. It is going to evolve. There is a product journey, product cycle, right? So let it evolve. After evolution, it will happen better. So my advice, best advice for founders is just go out and sell. Make a sales process. Correct? In 1 hour's time, I cannot teach you to make a sales process, but basic things I can tell you is identify a right segment. What kind of segment you should go for. Don't think that my product is applicable to everyone, so everyone should buy it. You will struggle. Identify a niche segment wherein you want to sell a product. A segment, when I say niche segment, then what do I mean? That should be a need in the segment.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a need. There has to be money.
Mm-hmm.
If need and money is there, correct? There is a gap. You have a solution, and money is there, and you are able to meet a decision maker. They are able to give you time. Then that is the ideal segment. You should be able to meet and or talk to them. You should get that time to make a sale. Otherwise, I may have a product for Amitabh Bachchan and that kind of people, but I don't have access to them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an ideal strategy? I will struggle for 1 year to get his appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? So my target segment should be lower hanging fruits. So as a strategy, if I ask you go to market strategy for startups, identify a niche, identify a segment where there is a need, where there is money, and where people can give you time to sell your product. You will get audience with them. It is easier to have meetings and talk to them. Right? So money need an audience. अगर आपको मिला, लोगों को time मिला, if you get meetings with them or on phone, virtual, personal, physical, whatever way, correct? Then you will be able to convert that into sale. So identify. This is the best study for GTM for founders, fresh founders, tech startups, then new entrepreneurs. That's the way you should go to market. And once you go to market, make sure you have a solid presentation, a good solid sales pitch that you have, which covers every aspect. There is a process to make a sales pitch that has to be appealing, right? Where it hits the customer's mind. You will have to spend some time on that, make a proper solid sales pitch, practice it several times and then go to market. Correct? So as a founder, my suggestion to you all is, first initial 10 sales you have to make. I have another 19 minutes. I can take questions.
Okay.
No questions, then I will talk further. Now again, founder, so when you are going to market, whenever you are going to market with your product or services and you have identified your target segment, make sure that you make hundreds and hundreds of calls. When I say calls, it can be telephonic call, it can be personal meetings as well. But don't wait that I go to first person, he is not interested, second person not interested, third person not interested. No. Don't stop there. Many times as founders you get disappointed, right? And then you feel that my product is not working, or maybe it is not ideal product, my product has a lot of problems, yet to evolve, and I don't have customers. No. If you have conviction, if you know that you have made a right thing, there is a need in the market, there is a right solution you have, its pricing is absolutely right, correct pricing here, your target segment is correct, they have money, they are giving you time, then don't stop at 1 or 2 calls. Make 100, 200, 300, 400 calls. At times, selling takes time because first thing is you are not experienced, you don't know how to sell, and then your product is evolving, you are learning, you are doing A/B testing. When I say A/B testing is, maybe you have one particular segment you are giving A, other segment you are giving B type of pitch, then you are seeing which sales pitch is working, what kind of words is making impact, what kind of positioning is making impact. If I am positioning it as a safety aspect, am I getting a better sale? If I am positioning it as a efficiency, how efficient my product is, am I getting a sale? Then these are all finer aspects, but that is not at the moment important for you. At the moment important for founders is to condition your mind that it is you who is going to make a sale and not your salesperson. Initially. Initial 10 sales has to come from you. Make a list of target segments you can sell to, target companies, names of people and their designation. Talk to them, pick up phone, just make a call. Write emails, but be in the action. Don't be in planning stage all the time.
Yes.
Don't hesitate to pick up phone and call. That's a major problem that founders have. That thing is going to happen. See, I'll give you one analogy. If you don't approach people, will you make a sale?
No, sir. No.
Anyway, you're not making a sale. If you approach people, there are chances that you might make a sale. In which case you're not making a sale, right? As a new founder. So just go out, spread a word, talk to people, and make a list of people, target them, and keep enhancing your list, and go out and sell. After you have identified right target, your positioning is correct, that is you who have to go out and sell.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes,
Advait?
sir.
Yeah, tell me. You wanted to ask something.
Sir, we totally get your flow. Like you are telling us to ask first segment the market, then target, then position it, right? The kind of product that me and Advait explained you is a SaaS product, and the market size that we have currently is small. Like It used to be way more smaller when we started out. When we started out, there were only like 150 incubators. Now the number has reached to 840, and we are expecting it to reach like 3,000 plus by 25 because of the startup policy, right? So our problem, or the problem that we facing here, is the incubation ecosystem in India is at very nascent stage, right? There is since we being the early movers or the first movers, it takes a lot of effort and time for us to spend on marketing.
Hold. So now you understand. Now ERP is a system which can be developed for any industry.
Yes.
Correct? You know how to develop it. You can develop for any industry. A lot of ERPs are available in the market. You can just plug and play, or you can just connect few systems and you can make yours own. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I want to ask you is, if you're looking at TBIs
Mm-hmm.
or incubator sector or any incubators, for example, do they qualify the criteria that I have told? What is the criteria? I have told you 3 criteria. Which one? One is there a need?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is there a need?
Yes, sir. There is a need.
Are they suffering because of that?
Yes, sir. Because
Is it a pain point? No,
okay.
I want to do thing. Is there a pain point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can they give you time?
That depends, sir. That is the problem.
You may get time with incubator.
Yes, yes.
Do they have funds?
If it's a government, yes, that's the scene here. There are like 3 kinds of incubator, you can say. One is the government backed one, which they have got grant. Second one are the ones which are being run by private institutes. Third one are the independent organizations or the corporates who are running the incubators. So if you ask me, I would say it's a weak yes, they have funds, but not a strong yes.
You answered it. That's what I wanted to tell you.
So, and there's one more point that I would like to add here is that, concurrently while we're pitching to a lot of incubators, we make sure that some of our modules are actually made in a sense where they could generate new revenue streams as well.
Yes.
We've had those offerings and we've made those changes to the platform in a way where we've done something so that they can also make revenue in some or other way. I have already explained to you on the kinds of pillars that I was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, so my suggestion will be that you should give ERP as a free
Mm-hmm.
strategy. If you're
Okay.
asking me for a strategy, your ERP should come as a complementary stuff. That should not where you should make money. Because a lot of incubators are doing well without your ERP.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of incubators are not even aware that they need this ERP system. Because see, most incubators will have, even if there are 800 incubators, most will have 25 to 50 startups at any given point of time. 70% of them, correct me if I'm wrong. What is your survey? What does your survey say?
You're right, sir.
Yeah, average.
Correct.
And-
So handling a bandwidth of 50 startups is not a big deal. To be
So
very
it's
honest.
not. No, sir. Like this point would come if our solution is being cost centric, but we are trying to be revenue centric because we understand the problems or the things happening at the incubator. We took first-hand experience with an incubator called Jinserve in Bangalore. Right. We currently have incubators who have been in the business for more than like 10 plus years. They understand the need and they are adapting us easily. Right. If we go on to acquiring or collaborating with the new incubators, that is where we face obstacles or hurdles, you can say. For example, T-Hub, one of the incubators in Hyderabad, right? They understand the need. We have our
See, T-Hub will always have a problem because their bandwidth is huge.
No, sir. I'm not talking about that. Let's consider example of AIC MIT ADT also, which is the Pune-based incubator. They hardly have 30 startups, right? It's about the market being at nascent stage, sir. We are very sure that with time incubators will adopt, be it incubators or accelerators. It's just that the initial will be at the nascent stage.
So give them free, what's stopping you? All you need is a space, right? Server space.
Yes.
There is no additional cost to ERP for you to
Yes.
run.
Mm-hmm.
So
So-
make it a
I will consider the fact of making it free and can like
Make it a free. See, make it a free model, correct? And tag along something else to sell. That you figure out what good,
Yes, sir.
what best you are at.
Yes.
So you don't. I don't want you to sell ERP
Mhm.
to incubators. I'm trying to increase your market.
Yes, sir. We were actually coming there only. Based on our experience, we are not selling ARP to the incubator, like because we have been trying to get them since 3 years. But earlier we didn't have the product. It just been a month we have our product. Earlier we were working in collaboration with them in designing their program models. Usually incubators have 25 to 35 lakh DST budget, depending on the kind of incubator, to run one program for them, right? So we have been understanding the ecosystem. It's not the ERP. It's just for pitching purpose. We
So you have to be honest to me.
yes, sir.
so we, like I'll tell you for a fact, right? So we've spoken to a lot of people. A lot of them have told me that keep the ERP free so you can acquire the market early, and we believe with that as well. I've told you in the beginning, right? So we want.
No, but I don't see. Let me cut short. I don't believe that you should give everything free all the time.
Mhm.
So that's what I said. You give it free, but you along with that you have something else to sell. You don't sell ERP.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yes,
Along
yes.
with that, you sell additional programs, this and then they get ERP to manage their stuff free of cost.
Mhm.
So to be honest, sir, if you consider the market itself, our costing is pretty nascent. It's a very introductory pricing, and it's cheaper than every single option available on the market right now. If you've kept the barrier to entry very low, so in a fact, actually, it saves a lot of money for, as you were saying, you were saying 25 to 30 lakh it takes to run a program. I can tell you for a fact, running this on a program will save your cost by 90%. I know this for a fact with our prices.
I agree. But see, I'll tell you, selling a ERP to TBI will always be a challenge for you.
Mhm.
Make it a free model, okay, for first 6 months or 1 year or whatever. Let them have a hang of it.
Mhm.
Okay, in the meantime, along with TBA, along with your ERP, you have something else, some other service which can be sold. Maybe you have a tie with a couple of accelerator providers, some training modules you have. For example, it can be anything. What are the services an incubator needs? Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so identify those services which as will come to you, which will go through you, and ERP, which is very efficient, any which ways, comes to them as free. That's what I want to tell you.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So you will have to use ERP as a hook and sell something else. And maybe 1 year later, once they are used to it, they will know that they don't need a lot of people to run an incubator.
Yes, sir. This was my point. We are not into
I
that.
know that, Baba, but then if you tell them the incubation manager will think मेरी job खतरे में, accountant will think मेरी job खतरे में, 10 people who are running incubation will feel that. No, I cannot tell this.
Yes, sir. We are not very into that, sir. We are not into that being the cost centric one. This is what I was trying to tell.
I understand, but then see, that's what I'm trying to make you understand.
Uh-huh.
Correct. Don't sell it as a ERP. Sell other services. Keep your ERP free. Take them to that level that they are not able to function without your ERP.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And 12 months is not a big time. Once all their systems, all their transactions on your ERP, they will need you next year. Until that next year, you are going to make money through these other services.
Exactly,
Tie-
sir.
tie up with all these accelerator providers. Correct. What all services they need, give it to them. Everyone has to go through you. Okay.
Deepak sir, actually, thanks for validating our journey. We have already tied up with 45 other service providers onto our platform or integrated. We are actually on the path. It's just that I told you earlier, right? It's getting us difficult to educate our target segment. That is why we are either keep joining the webinars and try to get network with
So how are you
incubator.
educating them today?
I said no, like I was actually trying to get a space because I've heard a lot about Rohan sir from one of our associates or friends at Osmania as well. So we just wanted to take this opportunity to get connect with Rohan sir and possibly give him a tour, and as well as you also, because it's always good to learn from experience, right? It would be like being one step ahead of whatever they have experienced in their past experiences. So it's always about networking and learning from people is what we believe in.
Good. So just go out and make a sale if everything is ready.
Yes, sir. I'd like to take this opportunity, Rohan sir. Have heard a lot about you from one of my friends called Mir. He's doing his
Sales pitch
PhD
बाद में दे दो रोहन. What's your name? Advait. Sales pitch बाद में देना अभी नहीं.
नहीं
Any
सर.
more questions?
सर नहीं सर, सेल्स पिच नहीं दे रहे थे.
Any more
Just trying to
questions?
get correct.
We have another 4 minutes. Mr. Hari,
Yes, sir.
any questions you have?
Sir, let me connect with you on LinkedIn, sir, and I'll get back to you on LinkedIn.
No worries. Okay, but my suggestion to you would be write few mails, make a draft of mails, different mails for different kind of organizations. Start shooting the mail. So many people will come and help you. You can write a mail. You can write to mails to. There's so many rich municipal bodies in India.
You're right, sir. Yeah.
BMC, like Mumbai,
BMC,
Bombay
yeah.
Municipal Corporation. Pune mein Chinchwad is there. I'm sure in where you come from, Telangana, Andhra, there must be a lot of rich municipal. These municipal authorities are rich councils, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have ample of wealth. Money is not a problem. You give a proposal to them. Then let us do a pilot.
Yes, sir.
So many people will be interested. Just go out and spread a word and write mails and go out and meet people. Because 4 years in addition stage is too long.
So
Right?
actually, sir, I want to first build the product completely, sir. I mean, I was like kind of toying with the idea. So let me
Yeah, but do you have funds?
So funds is also a question, sir. Yeah.
So funds will come from this councils. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Sir, are we suggesting that I go to them with the idea, not the product?
You go with the idea. They will only help you with the product and everything.
Sir, won't they ask for a share in that in case?
So give them share. No, anyway, 4 years you have wasted. What have you done? What's the problem in sharing? 10%.
Okay.
10%. Nobody is going to ask you 50% share because you are the entrepreneur.
Right, sir.
And you get the credibility as well. Right now, who knows Mr. Hari?
Yes, sir. You're right, sir. Yeah. A validation. Yeah.
See, again, marketing, no? If you get if one municipal council, you develop, they finance you to make a prototype, to start selling, entire world is your market.
You're right, sir. Yeah.
What's the harm in sharing?
Yes, sir.
Patent it on your name.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So open your mind, just go, right? Go out and meet. Funds will come through these people only.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Yeah, I believe participants, any more questions you have? We have 1 more minute, few seconds left. Any questions?
No, sir. No, so this is Advait, and I'll, as I said, I'll connect you over LinkedIn and probably schedule something up in the future.
Okay.
Sure. Rohan sir, I think I can talk to you now. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Let Deepaq sir has his.
Because, sir, you're on mic.
I'm back again.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I think, yeah. So, Mr. Rohan, I think it's almost 4. 1 minute to 4.
Yes, yes, sir.
Any questions or we close this?
If anyone has any other questions, we'll go for it, or else we'll close
You
this.
can route it through, yeah, you can route it through OTBI and I'll answer them, no worries. Okay?
Very sure, sir. Very sure.
Right?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I'm sure that many of us, whoever has been here and whoever listening through the YouTube and all, they will connect to you through us, and they will have a lot of knowledge transferred through your experience of working with different ecosystems as well.
Yeah, Advait, I have done a couple of sessions with BNX also.
Okay, sir. Mira, next.
Yes.
Yeah, Bhopal, right?
Yes.
Correct, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's close this, and I wish you all the best. And Mr. Rohit, next time you tell them that they will get what they want. I will actually solve the problem, right? Hari or Advait, I exactly told them what needs to be done,
Sure, sir.
right? Because of experience. So, sales, but they will get solution. Whatever problem they are, come to me with problems, I'll give them solutions live. Okay?
Very.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
See you. Bye.
Sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, guys. I'm giving you my mail address and my phone number as well. If you want to connect with me, you can write me a mail and you can call me and tomorrow regarding.
Sure.
Okay. Right.
Sure, Ram, sir. Yeah.
Uh, I hope you got my text message, right?
Yes, sir. I can see your mail ID, sir.
Sure, sure. Done. You write me a mail to it. I'll see what to do, and you can contact me on this number. 9493 858768.
Yes, sir. We got it.
Right.
Thank you, Rohan, sir. Thanks for this session.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
I'm ending the session right now. Then.
Sure. Sure.
Okay.